violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Breaking news. More than 20 people are injured after a shooting in Dadeville, Alabama. That's according to the local news station WRBL. We do not know the victims' ages, but the news station reports that the shooting happened at a Sweet 16 birthday celebration at around 10:30 last night.
20 people shot in Dadeville, Alabama. From what I'm understanding so far, 4 casualties. Sweet 16 birthday party. So this was a teen party in Dadeville. I mean, we're going to get the scoop on this, guys, but it's not looking good. So when we talk about the community leading in mass shootings, that's a real thing. It's a real thing. I've already done a story on it. If you look at all of the mass shootings that have happened last year, I mean, probably years back. I mean, I don't really know how far you can go back, but within these past 5 years, the community has definitely been leading in mass shootings. And mass shootings are classified by the FBI as 4 or more people shot. That's pretty much all it takes to be a mass shooting. In this case, there's 20 people shot, 4 casualties. And it's safe to say that the community is going out bad, man, in Dadeville, Alabama.
Reporters there say witnesses tell them that a majority of the people injured are teenagers. It is not clear if anyone has died, and police have not given any information about a shooter or a suspect. Dadeville is about 45 minutes northeast of Montgomery. As soon as we learn more information, we will bring it to you here and online at wishtv.com.
Begin with breaking news out of Alabama, where state police say 4 people have been killed and multiple others injured in a shooting at a birthday party.
This happened overnight in the city of Dadeville, about 60 miles northeast of Montgomery. A pastor who has been comforting families at a hospital says a man from outside the community opened a fire after an argument. It's unclear if the shooter knew those at the party.
I mean, they're saying it was somebody outside of the community. Look, we know it had to be over some beef, some argument, probably about some girl at the party or stepping on some J's, whatever. The disrespect is crazy at these parties. I'm going to let you know right now. If you get in any type of, like, you bump somebody, oh, my bad, bro. You know how you bump somebody in the club and you can quickly say, yo, my bad, bro, whatever. That's not how these parties are going down, because everybody in the party is posted up trying to look hard and nobody's really dancing. You just got, you know, these dudes posted up, rolling up, maybe, you know, sipping on some syrup, whatever. And they're very young, like we were talking about earlier. When it comes to the drug usage in the community, it definitely happens at a young age. And a lot of these parents are enabling it because, for one, yeah, I get it, it's a Sweet 16 party, but if it's not chaperoned by adults, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't, then that's a big parental flaw, okay? And the parents who co-signed this and who enabled this, you know, have to be upset with themselves, and they should be, because in this climate, organizing a large group of drunk super teen gremlins on demon time is a recipe for disaster.
No word of any arrests yet. The FBI and ATF are at the scene investigating, assisting with the developing investigation. We, of course, will continue to update you as more information comes in.
Good morning. We have an update for you now in the mass shooting out of East Alabama. Police say more than 20 people were shot in downtown Dadeville, Alabama. Witnesses say the mass shooting happened at a teen's birthday party. That happened Saturday night. WRBL's Elizabeth White is on the scene. She files this report.
Oh no.
You hear the pain. You hear the crying mothers. Look, man. When is the community gonna learn? As of right now, we need to slow down on all major large group gatherings. Because if it's not heavily secure, like police called and to handle the chaos, then this cannot go down. Straight up. I'm just being honest. How many examples do we have? That would cut down on our mass shooting. If we just stop organizing these large parties, these, Airbnb joints, and we're going to get into Chicago. We seen what happened in Chicago, okay? These mass just mobbing incidents, which is what these parties end up turning out to be. We internally just need to make the decision, party culture is done right now. We just need to stick our head in the sand or not stick our head in the sand, but, keep our head down and just go to work on building and pouring into the youth. But obviously that's not going to happen. And now all we're getting is, bloodshed. Somebody spun the block. This is what was that term that the Atlanta police used? Sliding. This is what sliding is. They slid on the party. This is what sliding is. Hit 20 people, delete 4. These super teen gremlins are on demon time.
Anguished cries shatter the streets of downtown Dadeville as witnesses say a mass shooting at a teen's birthday party left several dead and dozens injured. At this hour, law enforcement on scene will only say a shooting at a gathering inside this brick building along North Broadnax Street injured more than 20 people. Witnesses say.
And they shot in the gathering. Oh, man. And this dude, this is the worst part about it. Like the guy who, it's obviously not a situation where he goes in, he tries to shoot as many people as possible, and then, he deletes himself or something. No, like he's laying low. Nobody knows who did it. He's chilling, whatever. He trying to see if anybody gonna snitch, maybe clean up some loose ends. And other than that, bro is probably, he's smoking, to him, he's smoking dead ops right now. He feels like the top street, I'm telling you right now, he feels like the top super gremlin on demon time. Like, it's a different type. Honestly, a lot of these young dudes, they really do have a different type of mindset. And I'm not saying that this mindset has not been here, because we got the old school killers who gonna be, we was like that too, whatever. But these dudes, hey, it ain't no remorse. Bro is probably, gassed up on a pack right now, dedicated to his fallen ops. And from his point of view, I'm not saying that's how I feel. I'm trying to give you the point of view of somebody who might have done this. Like, it's not really any remorseful. Like, he's not at the crib crying. He's not losing sleep. He probably pulled up, bro. That was a crazy ass night, bro. They was doing this, that, bro. I had to buck on that man, bro. I just had to pull out on that man. Whatever. He's justifying it somehow in his mind is what I'm trying to say.
Shots rang out during a teen's Sweet 16 birthday party sometime Saturday night. Witnesses also tell WRBL the majority of those who were injured and killed are teenagers. At this hour, we do not know if a person or persons of interest or even a suspect is in custody or a possible motive for the mass shooting. Meanwhile, a tarp hangs over the glass front door and white sheets could be seen inside covering the floor. Several yellow police placards litter the front sidewalk as investigators remain on the scene. Aaliyah State Bureau of Investigation, Dadeville Police, Tallapoosa County Sheriff's Office, and other law enforcement agencies are investigating. We are awaiting more information from SBI, including the exact number of people who have been killed and injured in what could become the worst mass shooting in East Alabama history. Investigators remain on the scene. They are urging anyone, if you have any information, to please come forward, especially if you have pictures or video of the incident. You can remain anonymous. Reporting in Dadeville, Alabama, Elizabeth White, WRBL News 3 on your side.
Now, once again, this is a developing story. Still no word, like Elizabeth said, on how many were killed and not a definite number on how many were injured. No word yet on a possible press conference, but be sure to monitor our website as we continue to follow this investigation.
And no word on a suspect. That's what... Damn, they just grazed over that. Who did it? Who done it? Damn.
Investigation.
There's been a mass shooting in Dadeville, Alabama.
Brian Yanis is live with what we know. Brian, good morning.
Good morning, guys. We've been making calls on this for hours now. This is what we know. We can confirm that there has been a mass shooting in Dadeville, Alabama. This is eastern Alabama in Tallapoosa County. Reportedly, according to WRBL and the CBS affiliate there, this shooting took place at about 10:30 last night. They're talking about, according to them, WRBL is reporting some 20 people who were injured at this shooting. Now, we understand this shooting took place based on live stream videos that we've seen from local news organizations on the ground, that this shooting took place at the Mahogany Masterpiece, a dance studio right next to the PNC Bank.
Woo! And that is not a good look. Now, how hard is it going to be for the next black person, let's keep it a buck, to book a venue in Dadeville now? So, you know, we're talking about these discriminatory leasing practices and whatnot. How hard does this incident make it for the next group of black people who want to lease a building in Dadeville? Hell, don't even think about this block. Think about within the 30-mile radius of Dadeville. How difficult is it going to be for the next girl who want to throw a Sweet 16 party to book in this venue? This is what y'all don't be thinking about. And they're going to be like, oh, well, somebody just got in my car. Oh, you're a tether. Do some stories in your own community. I do plenty of stories in Atlanta. So the reality is we have to talk about this, man, because it's not just, oh, there was just a mass shooting. Oh, you know, in one ear, out the other. Tomorrow is a new day. No, people lost their lives, for one. And then it's going to affect how business is conducted in Dadeville, Alabama, and within the 30-mile radius at least of this town. So, you know, ultimately, we have to do better. I mean, that's just the main thing. But nobody wants to hear it. They just want a name call in the comments section, and it doesn't change the issue.
In downtown Dadeville, there's a population of about 3,000. This is a very small community, some 60 miles northeast of Montgomery, some 25 miles northwest of Auburn, Alabama. Again, a mass shooting, we believe. It is being reported by WRBL, the local CBS affiliate, left more than 20 people injured. The injured are believed to be mostly teenagers. They are reporting that this was a Sweet 16 birthday celebration. There is yellow police tape, and investigators are on scene outside of the Mahogany Masterpiece dance studio. Video that we've seen from local affiliates shows that the windows have been blown out in the front of that building, it appears, of that dance studio. And that is what we know so far. This is a very, very small community. We have been trying to get information from the coroner, the Dadeville police. We know that the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, which the Bureau of Investigation for the state of Alabama is housed there, is working on getting all of us more information. They told us that it's, quote, a horrible situation.
Any word on a suspect though? That's what I'm still waiting on that. Just wait on it.
But that's all we know. So right now we are working the phones and trying to get more information as we get it, guys. But mass shooting, reportedly at least 20 people injured, mostly teenagers at a school.
I mean, this is embarrassing, dog. This is wild, yo.
Team birthday last night at 10:30.
Yes. Wow. Awful. Thank you, Brian. Yennis, thanks for working on that. Stay posted or stay in touch with us, please. And let's hope that 20 stays in the hurt column and not into a different column.
Absolutely.
Godspeed. As we get more on that, we will bring it to you.
Several people have been killed and several others injured during a shooting at a birthday party Saturday night. This is in Dadeville. That is according to the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency.
And look, here's the thing, bro. Why did y'all not have people getting patted down at the door? That's just common knowledge. I mean, any good promoter is going to have security. Like, get an off-duty cop. I mean, they love to chaperone them parties. You got to pay them. So you got to charge at the door for the Sweet 16. Point blank. But I'm sure they wouldn't hit you over the head. I mean, it's just, dang, bro. I mean, that's just the basics. Y'all letting people into a Sweet 16 party with the strap. What is wrong with you, bro? This is what you have to know your crowd. You have to know your crowd. And this is from being in the party scene. And you know what I'm saying? Going to clubs and doing security work, actually working security, actually bouncing people the F up out the club, actually picking people up by their shirts and, you know, manipulating matter in the club. As security, you have to be able to, for one, make sure you know who's coming into the building. For two, know your crowd. And if you have a crowd like this, you have to have security at the door patting people down. If they would have been secured, this would not have happened. So the onus is really on whoever leased the venue, which you can't be under 18 and lease the venue. So it had to be somebody mama them. Okay. So y'all are just very... See, this is why you can't throw no parties if you don't know how to throw parties. You have to know your crowd. Oh, baby, it's just going to be some kids from the high school. It probably was a dude from the rival school who might have had ops in the area, heard about the party on Facebook and pulled up. You never know. You never know. We're living in an op culture. And when you have this many teens from the community in one venue, you need to have security. Not only inside the club, but outside the club. I'd say you need 2 to 3 dudes on the outside of the venue, rather, because it's not a club, it's a venue. And this looks like downtown Dadeville. So you need 2 to 3 dudes outside the door. I'll say 2 if you really want to cut your costs. Patting people down. Boom, boom, boom. Patting people down. And, you know, if a fight happens inside, you bounce them out. You make sure they leave, and hopefully they don't pull back up and spin the block. That's really all you can ask for. So security definitely needs to have some type of Kevlar vest on. I'm just telling you guys, this is what is needed. But we want to defund the police, so we think we can, quote unquote, police our own. I'm telling you right now, that scares me.
We know the shooting happened at that birthday party around 10:30 last night, according to the Alabama law enforcement. There was no initial confirmation about what led to the shooting, and it was not immediately known if a suspect was in custody. During a news conference that we played for you a short time ago, we heard from a sergeant with the law enforcement agency in Alabama saying there were 4 lives tragically lost in this incident, and there's been a multitude of injuries. Now, the shooting's happening in the small city of about 3,200, that is Dadeville, and the chief there of police did pause to regain his composure before speaking there at the news conference. You could tell that he was fairly distraught. He said, quote, "What we've dealt with is something that no community should have to endure. I just ask for your patience. It's going to be a long process, but I do earnestly solicit your prayers." Pastor Ben Hayes, who serves as the chaplain for the Dadeville Police Department and for the local high school football team, said that most of those victims are teenagers because the shooting did occur at a birthday party for a 16-year-old.
Wow. Look, bruh. They want to make me the bad guy. Nobody wants to put the onus on, for one, the chaperones, because that was just irresponsible. And y'all gotta hold that. I mean, that's just the reality. Y'all gotta hold that. Y'all should have just hired a promoter who knew about throwing parties. But, you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda, all that stuff. We can't change the past. So that's for one. And then the suspect, who has not been spoken on at all. It's crazy.
He said the shooting has rocked the small town where serious crime is very rare. He said, quote, "One of the young men that was killed was one of our star athletes and just a great guy, so I knew many of these students. Dadeville is a small town, and this is going to affect everybody in this area."
Wow.
We can tell you another news conference is scheduled to take place here in about an hour and a half. That could be give or take a few minutes, but we will bring that to you live, raw, and unfiltered. The one from earlier was from a local newspaper, so the audio a little tough to make out, but we do expect that Fox News crews will arrive by then and should be able to get us better audio for that next news conference that, again, should be held in just about an hour and a half.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe, hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more
shit
do
off.
you want from me?
This incident occurred at approximately 10:34 p.m.
Guys, I know the audio is messed up. There's only right analog coming out, so my apologies. This is their audio, not mine.
Near the 200 block on Broadneck Street here in Dadeville in Tallapoosa County. All right. There were 4 lives, not fatalities, lives. There were 4 lives tragically lost in this incident.
Taken, Chief, taken, not lost, taken.
And there's been a multitude of injuries. This is going to be a long, complicated process. We're thankful to the sheriff, to the chief, to everyone, to the district attorney for all of their support. But we're going to continue to work through in a very methodical way to go through this scene, to look at the facts, and ensure that justice is brought to bear for the families.
So, very sad situation here. You know, we are getting the briefing from the Dadeville police, and it's not looking good. We got 4 casualties so far, and that's confirmed. And we're also going to get a on the street perspective at the end of this video. But these issues, they're never addressed. Never addressed. It's absolutely insane.
We can confirm that it was tied to a birthday celebration. We can't share anything further at this time with regards to that, as it is an ongoing investigation.
City of Dadeville is a tight-knit community full of wonderful people. I ask you to please keep our community in your prayers. I ask you to keep my police department in your prayers. And I also ask each of you, please do not let this moment define what you think about the City of Dadeville and our fine people.
So he said, don't let this moment define the people of Dadeville. And I agree. But if we are not holding the people responsible, accountable, because I think there definitely needs to be some accountability with the parents. You know, maybe contributing to the delinquency of a mind. I don't know, because I don't know what was being served at that party. Alcohol, whatever. Could be a charge.
We've dealt with is something that no community should have to endure. I just ask for your patience. It's going to be a long process, but I do earnestly solicit your prayers.
That breaking news, officials in Tallapoosa County holding a press conference about the deadly...
I don't know why he's talking over him. It's crazy.
An injured woman. We have officials talking right now.
Tallapoosa County. I'm going to begin our run of show in the conference by asking Dadeville Chief of Police, Mr. Jonathan Floyd, to please come up and share. Thank you.
Good morning.
This is the Chief of Police, and they've kept crime down significantly in their city, but it's starting to ramp up everywhere. These small towns starting to ramp up.
Maybe a little tough. My name is Jonathan Floyd, and I have the privilege of being the police chief for the City of Dadeville. One thing I want you to know about the City of Dadeville. The City of Dadeville is a tight-knit community full of wonderful people. I ask you to please keep our community in your prayers. I ask you to keep my police department in your prayers. And I also ask each of you, please do not let this moment define what you think about the City of Dadeville and our fine people. What we've dealt with is something that no community should have to endure. I just ask for your patience. It's going to be a long process, but I do earnestly solicit your prayers. Thank you.
Now we're going to have the Tallapoosa County Superintendent, Mr. Raymond Porter. He's going to come share as well.
Again, my name is Raymond Porter. I'm Superintendent of Tallapoosa County Schools. I want to echo those words the Chief just said. This does not represent our community. It does not represent our children.
But it does I mean, look, it doesn't mean that everybody's doing it. Of course, nobody's going to assume that, but it represents the culture in the community and how easy it is for one bad apple who is indoctrinated with the, you know, the drill rap culture, the op culture, the crash out culture, all that stuff, the victim mindset culture. It's indicative of how just one person indoctrinated under that mindset and enabled under that mindset by maybe family or whatever, can just change the course of history and really skew the stats on the crime statistics on what's going on in Dadeville. And like I said, small towns are being affected by the super gremlin activities, and it's leaking out from the big cities, which is extremely unfortunate. So, I mean, they're saying that the person who came in was not part of the Dadeville community. I don't know how they would know that unless they have a suspect, but like I said, nobody has spoken on the suspect. So anyways.
And it does not represent who we are. But I also want to offer a word of encouragement to our...
How about we get a description of the suspect? That would be the best thing to do.
Parents. We will have counseling provided for students at the schools tomorrow. We will make every effort to comfort those children, and don't lose sight of the fact that those are the ones most impacted by this situation. We also ask local clergy to reach out to those families and help them through this difficult situation. I'd be remiss if I did not thank law enforcement for coming in and handling this situation so professionally. Thank you.
Before I go any further, I would like to share on behalf of Secretary Hault Taylor and everyone at the Alabama law enforcement agencies, State Bureau of Investigation, and everyone with our organization, our deepest sympathies and condolences to the families that are enduring this tragedy right now. But I cannot agree with what the chief said anymore. This is a fine city, a fine county, and absolutely an amazing state. And we are not going to allow one tragedy to define us. This incident occurred at approximately 10:34 p.m. near the 200 block of Broadneck Street here in Dadeville in Tallapoosa County. All right. There were 4 lives, not fatalities, lives. There were 4 lives tragically lost in this incident. And there's been a multitude of injuries. As they said, this is going to be a long, complicated process. We're thankful to the sheriff, to the chief, to everyone, to the district attorney for all of their support. But we're going to continue to work through in a very methodical way to go through this scene, to look at the facts, and ensure that justice is brought to bear for the families. We will do that, and we can also confirm that it was tied to a birthday party. We were able to confirm that it was tied to a birthday celebration. We can't share anything further at this time.
Why not? Bro, I mean, I understand if they have a possible suspect and they're trying to keep it quiet until they can apprehend them. Cool, I'm with that. But jeez, man. I mean, usually with these mass shootings, they're trying to identify a suspect immediately so that everybody knows he's armed and dangerous. But in this case, it's just like, well, you know, it is what it is. We're going to keep it quiet. Bring him in quietly. I mean, look, I hear it, but it's just interesting. Even the media haven't spoken on a suspect, a description or nothing. Like, you could walk by this man at the corner store or at the liquor store today, and you wouldn't even know that he just shot 20 people and deleted 4. I mean, I would feel a little worrisome about that. I would at least want a drawing put out there.
In regards to that, as it is an ongoing investigation, If we have any additional information to share, we will pass it along. If you have media inquiries, please send that to media.relations@alea.gov. That's media.relations@alea.gov. Also, if you have tips, and we're going to send this out, I'm going to send this out as soon as I'm done. If you have tips, please call 1-800-392-8011. 1-800-392-8011. That's the Alabama State Law Enforcement Agency Crime Tip Line. You can also email at sbi.investigations@alea.gov. That's sbi.investigations@alea.gov. Again, our thoughts and prayers are with the family. We will not be taking any questions. I will be back in approximately 2 hours with an update. This concludes the press conference. Thank you.
So we got a whole bunch of thoughts and prayers.
We have members.
No action. Respectfully, you know. I would have liked a suspect description. This is wild.
From the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency talking about how justice will be brought in this case, and there is an ongoing investigation right now. He did also say this is a complicated process, so he is asking for patience at this time, but he did confirm a very big piece of information right now. He did say this happened at a birthday party, and again, we don't know the ages of those victims, but we do know 4 people were killed. And we also heard from the superintendent saying counseling will be offered at the school systems tomorrow. He was clearly saddened when he spoke, saying kids will be the most affected by.
Bro, he might be talking about a suspect right now. Damn.
By this. We also heard from Jonathan Floyd, the police chief in that area. He said Dadeville is a tight-knit community, and he is asking the community for prayers, both for all of those involved, but also everyone in his department. Now, I do want to also give you a recap of some of the information that we already know. We do know 4 people dead, multiple people injured, and we just heard Aaliyah say a multitude of injuries. We still don't know a number there, but they're highlighting that as a prominent point right now. He says the shooting happened around 10:30 last night, and Aaliyah opened investigation around 11:45. This is around the 200 block of Broadnecks Street. We did not get a confirmed location. Some media are reporting a location somewhere in the downtown area, but we do not have that confirmed at this moment. So we are waiting to confirm. Aaliyah saying they're going to have another press conference in about 2 hours, and we're going to continue to follow that for you here on WSFA 12 News. We'll have more from Dadeville tonight on WSFA 12 News at 5 and 10. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, this is a bad situation. Y'all need to pray. They said that 30 kids are in Dadeville Hospital shot up. They said there's multiple bodies still in the building, and they are dead, covered in sheets. If your family was at this party, if your child was at this party, please check on them. Again, they said 30 kids are in Dadeville Hospital shot. Multiple kids are shot and killed at the party. They just covered in sheets on the ground and still in the building. A lot is being transported to Ellick City. Once again, 30 kids or more are in Dadeville Hospital shot. They said the hallways are lined with them. And they said several bodies, 10 or more, now are still at the building because they are deceased. These are babies. These are kids. Check on your people.
Yeah. And this is what's going on in the community every single day. That pretty much sums it up. Let's see what, so people in the comments, get rid of these guns. Where Gen Z gathers, I steer clear of. This generation of young people seems to have no regard for theirs or anyone else's life. there. Look, man, she needs to get a little more specific on which Gen Zer she's talking about. This just gave me chills. Endless prayers of all of these babies and their families. You really can't do nothing these days. Nah, this can't be our new norm. Please, we have to do something about this. I'm in Atlanta. If there's anything I can do, at least get a movement started. Okay. My God, this is one reason I don't let my kids go anywhere. This is the saddest time ever. What the F is going on? America's not safe. Stop killing our kids. My hometown prayers. When I was young, I always thought my mom was strict, but nah, I see why she never let me go anywhere outside of school to hang with my friends much until I got older. Yeah. Parents, get your kids. Sisters, come get your kids, because you know, these dudes are smoking on these chilling packs. Terrible. It doesn't seem like procreating in this area is a good idea. See, and this is just the ridiculousness now. I mean, what is he inferring? Like, to have abortions? I mean, it's not that. It's just protect your kids. Why are you letting them go to some unsupervised party in their teens? Bro, y'all need to stop thinking y'all kids grown up like they're not grown. Like, if I was going to go to a party when I was a kid, man, I would have to sneak. I would have to make up some excuse. Like, I couldn't just let them go, oh, yeah, I'm going to some party. I'll be back tomorrow. Like, what? What a time not to have kids. Look, same person on that same stuff. See, stop killing our kids. As I become an adult, I see why my mom didn't play about me going places for real. I'm forever grateful. So y'all see the sentiment in the community. I mean, it's real. We're out here destroying each other. And like I've told you guys before, these super teen gremlins are on demon time.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
So it is what it is.